Good morning. Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Thanks for coming in and cooking with me today. Today I'm going to be making my garlic baked or baked garlic meatball sub. I already have a sub meatball on my channel, but me and Wayne did some traveling last year and we came across a restaurant that was a really good restaurant. They cooked their meatballs in olive oil, the way they toasted their garlic bread, and then I've been doing my own practicing and play on it because I love meatball sandwiches or subs. So when I go to pick it up, it always falls and gets so messy. So I think I've got one the way I've perfected. I've been working on it for a while and I think I've got it going on the right way. So I'm going to first start off with half a pound of ground beef and a half a pound of ground premium pork. And I just went ahead and put it in the bowl just like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put it down. I'm gonna move my meat right over. Okay, so I have all my ingredients. I'll put my pan over here. Already put out. Everything is a teaspoon. I did a teaspoon for everything. Everything's a teaspoon. So I have a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of beef bouillon, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix it all because I'm going to get dirty and mix it with my hands. I have a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of oregano, and a teaspoon of lemon pepper. This is my thing, you know, the lemon pepper. Now I'm also going to go ahead and put one egg in. I'm just going to drop it in. And I'm going to also put 1 cup of breadcrumbs. And that's all I'm going to do. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get to mixing. So we're going to get this all mixed up. I just like to pick everything up first. And then there goes my egg. Nice squished egg. Yeah, so super easy recipe. Not too much different from my first one. But like I said, the more you cook, the more you try things out to eat or somebody else's house or watch, you know, all the people that I watch on YouTube. I thank you all too. By the way, I've gotten some really good recipes, learned how to add some more stuff to my own stuff to make it my own. And techniques. I love sometimes techniques, the way people bake things, the way they cook them, what oils or how they cook them, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and get both my hands in there. I want to just get this all nice mixed up. To me, this is an important part. And I really love using the pork now in my meatball because I think it gives it some goodness too. A little bit of... it's a little silkier. Okay, so my meat is ready. My meatballs are ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it right here with you guys, and we're going to roll. We're going to roll them out. We don't want them too big. If your meatballs were to come out too big, okay, because I'll tell you something. I have been rolling my meatballs a little bit bigger like this and then cutting them in half. You can do 2 ways. And I'm just going to show you real fast. We're not going to take a long time to do this because all I'm doing is rolling the meatball. Hello. We will cook it together. So you can do it however you like. I only used a half a pound of each today because it makes a lot of meatballs. Yum. And I don't need that many. There's only 3 of us eating, so I don't want to have a ton left over. I'd rather make them fresh. So the rest of my meat I have here. So I like rolling them about this big, about that big. This is a bigger one. You can roll them that big, but remember, if you do, it's not going to fit in your bread as good. You'll have to cut it. But no big deal, because in case you didn't make your own meatballs, you bought your own meatballs, then you would understand. So that's all I'm doing is making them about that big. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, since we have everything all mixed in, I'm going to go ahead and finish rolling these, clean my hands, and then we're going to come back and we're going to fry them together, and we're going to get our bread ready to put in the oven. And like I said, all these ingredients here, I'll have everything in the description. So we'll be good to go, but we'll be back. Okay, welcome back. Okay, got all the meatballs rolled, which is great. Just wanted to show you guys a couple things. I have mozzarella cheese here, grated, and I have Pecorino Romano. Pecorino? Yeah. And here they are. So I'll put those back in the fridge. The sub white rolls is what I'm going to be using. Really good price, $2.96 on them, and there were 6 because I've already used one this week. So super good price at Walmart. I filled my pan, or just put it to the bottom of the pan with olive oil. So that's what I'm using, is the olive oil. Okay, so I've done the meatball subs different ways. I've done them with actual traditional sauce. Now I'm going to use a pizza sauce. This one is absolutely delicious. And then after I put the cheese and so forth, we're going to top it with a little bit of Italian seasoning. We're going to have flavor, flavor, flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and check my meatball. Check my oil. My oil can be just a teeny bit hotter. Okay, so what we're going to do is place these in here. And we're going to just let them cook. And this is a good size. You can do them bigger and just cut them in half. Because the other day when I made a meatball sub, I did it a little bit bigger. And I ended up cutting them in half. And that was perfectly fine. I don't want to crowd the pan too much, but I only have 2 more. So I'd like to get them all cooked at one time so I could show you. So already smells fantastic. That's one of the new things that I learned when we were traveling. We went to a restaurant and that's how they cook theirs, in olive oil. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So I'm going to let these cook, and then as we turn, we'll come back and we'll show you how we're turning them, and I'll also time them and about how long it takes them to cook. Okay, welcome back. The meatballs look fantastic. They're cooking super well. We're just going to keep them at 300 right here cooking. And we still have about 2 minutes for our first 8 minutes of cooking. But I wanted to come back and show you how I'm going to do the bread. This is what the first one looks like. Fantastic. That's how we're going to put it in the oven. But I wanted to show you how I did it. Because to me, this is working for me. And like I said, I'm the sub sandwich meatball person. In our family, when we go have sub sandwiches, I normally get a meatball one. And so what I'm doing is I'm just cutting the top. And I saw somebody doing this online and then said, hey, you know, it's been a long time since I made my meatball sub. So I wanted to do one baked, my bread garlic baked. And I wanted to do it again. I made these for my family. I make them for my family, and I made it this way for my family a couple months ago. But I just wanted to show you guys, boy, it makes a sub sandwich a lot easier to eat. You can do it with anyone. It doesn't just have to be meatball. It's having the idea and then taking and running with it and making it your own flavors. That's the thing that I love. I can make this however I want. And by me doing this, now my meatballs aren't going to fall out of my sub sandwich. Okay, let's just go ahead and look at our meatballs. Oh man, meatballs are doing good. Look at that, they're cooking. Yum. Okay, they're getting a little crust on them. That's what I want. Smells delicious. Intoxicating food. Yum. Okay, so this is how the bun looks. I cleaned out most everything inside. I'm going to go around here and I'm going to get right in because I want it on the sides. I want this thing to be garlicky, crunchy, and delicious. That's one thing I like about doing it this way. Wow, tastes so good with the sauces and the meatballs. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm going to take and put it right here on the outside of the bread because I'm going to stick my cheese to that. And I'm just going to put a nice portion here. I'll pick up my bun. It's easier. And then I'm just going to put it all right here because I'm going to make that cheese just stick. Super delish. My mouth is watering already with the smell of the meatball. Okay, that's the first 8 minutes of the meatball. Okay, so let me go ahead and get the cheese. We're going to put a little bit of cheese right in here. I want you guys to see me put a little bit of cheese in here. You don't have to put a lot. I just want that to bake in to the bread with the garlic. So it's like a garlic cheesy bread. And I'm just going to put some of my Romano. And I did it really super small and thin, so it would be just like coating the bread with some, I don't know, that salty bite just gives it an extra little unctuousness. I don't know if that's a word, guys. Okay, what I'm going to do is get this in the oven for 8 minutes and check the meatballs. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at, okay, so the bread is getting nice and crispy. Had it in for, it's going to go off right now, the timer, for just about 8 minutes. A little shy of 8 minutes. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do this. You can either slice them. Oh, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I want to put a little bit of sauce in. Just a little bit. I'm going to put just a drizzle. Because I have cheese down here. And that will help my bun not be soggy. Okay, so then what you can do is 2 things. This one is my fatter one. You can stick your meatballs just like this inside. Just stuff them close. That's 4 nice meatballs. Put nice amount of sauce right there, not too much. Or you could take them in, and what I did is I cut mine. So what I did is I lined it up. I actually like the cutting better, but it doesn't matter. Some people don't want to take the time to cut them. They just want to eat them whole, which is fine with me. I go back and forth, guys. Sometimes I like it a certain way, sometimes I don't. And then let me show you, we have a lot of meatballs here for just 1 pound of meat. This is an absolute delicious dinner. You see how that is? That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. And then once again, just a little bit more pizza sauce on them. And it makes it absolutely fantastic. Now what we're going to do is try not to make a mess like me. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit of mozzarella on top. We don't need too much. I love cheese, but I like the way I did the cheese, because it's on the side of the bread. And then we're going to do some pecorino romano, and I like the way it's at the bottom too. So this gives it its salty bite, and perfect. Now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of Italian seasoning, not much. And I'm just going to sprinkle it over the bread and everything. And we're going to put these in for just a minute and let the cheese melt. So we'll be back as soon as the cheese is melted. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, everything looks so beautiful. There's 2 because I want to try one. So I made this one. I'm going to put this one on the plate. That's the whole one. With the whole. I'm going to go ahead and cut the one that has it in half, because I wanted you to see how it stays on its own little French bread. So look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. That's what the other one looks just like. It's fantastic. Let's take a bite. Now it's going to be hot because I just took it out of the oven. I can tell you the bread is really good. Let's try and get a piece of the meatball. We got a piece of meatball. Meatball is fantastic. Really super flavorful. I can taste salty cheese. I can taste the wonderful seasoned meatball. I can taste the sauce. I can taste the garlic underneath. Absolutely fantastic. So I toasted the garlic bread for 8 minutes and then put it in for an additional 4 to make it look like this on top. So I'll put all that in the directions. If you like the content, if you would please like, share, and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. I appreciate you all. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Everybody have a blessed day.